Let's talk about your Ohio State Buckeyes.
We don't have to.
We do. They are hosting Tennessee. This was a matchup that I think most of us figured was going to happen based on where these two teams have been ranked the last couple of weeks. The Buckeyes are the final team that got the ability to host, and this game will be primetime on Saturday night at the Shoe.
Yes.
So not a noon game.
I know the people in Columbus are happy about
Very happy about that. But let's talk about this, okay?
Yes.
So this is an Ohio State team coming off an embarrassing and bad loss to Michigan. And everyone's wondering, hey, what's the future for Ryan Day? Well, okay, just go out and win a national championship now. That'll get everyone forgetting about 4 straight losses to Michigan. Really hard to do. But I do think they have a really big opportunity against the Tennessee team that I'm not very sold on. I think the offense has been very inconsistent this season. The defense has been exploited at times as well. But I think that Ohio State is going to be favored in this game, and I think that they should be able to handle Tennessee.
Yeah, let's go through some of the ranks here. So scoring offense, Ohio State, number 16 nationally, and scoring defense, Ohio State is number 1 nationally. For Tennessee, they're number 8 in scoring offense nationally, and they're number 4 in scoring defense, right? Like these are very similar teams. They're very balanced teams. To your point about Tennessee's offense, they've been inconsistent. Guess who else's offense has been inconsistent? Ohio State.
Yeah.
Their ability to run the ball just depends on the day and how that patchwork offensive line is feeling. Like, I do think that these are teams where you're like, there are many things to like, but you just don't know what you're going to get on a given Saturday. I'll say 100%, and I felt this way coming into the year, and now with the offensive line injuries for Ohio State, I feel more strongly about this. The trenches are going to win these games. The trenches will win this game or lose this game if you're Ohio State or you're Tennessee. James Pierce on that defensive line for Tennessee, really good player. Like Ohio State, you got to have a plan to be able to block an edge like that. And you flip it over to the other side. Tennessee loves to run the football. It is the best part of their offense. Ohio State, their defensive line, at times, big games, they will no-show. Right? Do the trenches show up for these teams, and whoever's playing better is going to win the game.
Well, and also, what did we learn about their game plan against Michigan, right? It was such a terrible offensive game plan where they did not play into their strengths, and they really clearly wanted to make a point and, like, run the ball up the middle into Michigan's best defenders.
2 first-rounders in there, yeah.
So that's got to change, right? Like, Ohio State's got to air it out. You've got to throw the ball to JJ. Like, you've got to do the things that are your best at.
They're going to potentially try to run it to more space, run it on the edges. They had a lot of boundary side runs.
Yeah, but not just like right at the heart of the defensive front.
If they didn't learn from that game plan, then this whole thing is just asinine. But I do think they're going to be better prepared. They got more time to prepare for a game like this as well. Like, I do think it comes down to how healthy is Ohio State? Do they get the combinations up front that they like? And then, are they going to be able to have a run game that can at least be a factor? And will they stop Tennessee's run?
Right.
If those things don't happen, I feel very confident about Tennessee winning that game.
I think you're also, an X factor here is a young and inexperienced quarterback at Tennessee.
Yeah.
We've seen him make some immature, I wouldn't say freshman, but I think he's like a redshirt freshman and whatever
some
he is
young
now.
mistakes.
Yeah, but stepping out of bounds, like not understanding exactly where we are in the clock and things like that. So that's a lot on Nico Iamaleava as well.
I mean, we saw Will Howard.
Okay, Will Howard also had trouble with not knowing where the clock
was.
He's
a competitor, but we've seen it on both sides. I mean, is this one where weather could be a factor too for a Tennessee team coming up? And they're not as far south as some of the other teams, but the horseshoe might be a little chilly.
Well, you've also made this point that you think the atmosphere and the home field advantage is more apparent at a night game as well.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean the night atmosphere at Ohio Stadium is completely different than noon. You sent me the tweet from
they were celebrating not
the
getting
Ohio
a noon
State
game.
official football account. But the fans are going to celebrate too during the game, so long as their team is playing well. It's the other thing about it. Like the Boo Birds have been out this year, and it's not something that has historically happened in Ohio Stadium. But if they get off to a slow start, like we've seen, that crowd could easily become a non-factor, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit, not as much a home field advantage as it might be. So that one's going to be a really fun one. A lot at stake for both teams.
Oh, no doubt.
And love just that SEC Big Ten matchup because I think we love to take narratives away from that into the offseason.